Hello, 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 hello. James William Geni is my name. I'm a medical clinic officer by profession and a certified public manager. Yes, today I missed making a contribution on one of the spaces that was organized by Robert Kabushenga and moderated. Moderated by Robert Kabushenga and having Spire Sentongo Jime as a guest. Well, Robert Kabushenga and Spire Sentongo allowed me to thank you for that space because I really wanted to make a contribution, but I failed. But allow me also to express my disappointments. Although most of it, the contribution came from the public, but the Ugandan health workers, you are missing. You are missing. You are missing in many of these spaces. I attend so many spaces. Almost every day I'm on a space, but I don't see health workers. Now, I still stand and remain as one of the Minister of Health classified me as unemployable. I'm unemployable simply because I'm somebody who never settled for less. I remember Dr. Kaguna Amoti, I don't know whether he's still alive. This is James William Mugen you took to Kashonji, and he refused to stay in Kashonji because I wanted the water, I wanted a good house, and I wanted electricity. He took me to a health center that didn't have water. That was in Mbarara. And then I don't remember, Red Cross, you took me to Nachi Valley refugee camp and I asked you people for a Land Cruiser. And you thought I was very proud. I said I wanted a Land Cruiser so that I can live in Mbarara and be going to work in Nachi Valley. I told you I couldn't be a refugee in my own country. I told you that. I'm here. So I am this person whom you just don't dump. I am seeing the intern doctors and even many other doctors. Where do you want to be deployed? Because there are only a few hospitals, Mbale, Gulu, Mulago, Mbarara. I think those are a few hospitals I know, and maybe some other church-founded hospitals. We have a lot of manpower that you cannot deploy. But even if you deploy it in some of these structures, they don't fit in. And I sometimes want to ask if health workers are guilty. Because if you are in charge, how can you be in charge of a structure that looks like a garage, a structure that looks like a pigsty? I mean, you are in charge of a health center and it has bats, it has rats. Nabanja went to Busia, my district, and you found bats and rats. And I'm like, but your health, as a health worker, how do you run a dilapidated structure and you stay there? To me, I think change in health service, much as government is supposed to be involved, but you who has read books like me, I know what a health center is supposed to look like. Short of that, you don't employ me. That's why they said I was unemployable. I'm unemployable because I set standards. And the standards were not set for me because these are standard operating procedures in every health center. You know that you're supposed to have running water. I see the Raw Hospital with a broken borehole. I took the picture of that borehole. I'll show you. That was way back in 2010. I saw a body leave mortuary, Toronto mortuary. Person comes and picks a body from a morgue and breaks it and I'm like, the medical superintendent in this hospital. How can this happen? Where does this body, which community receives the body seated on a motorcycle? A dead person seated on a motorcycle and somebody's holding and leaves the hospital like that. So there are things that as health workers we have settled for. We have reduced health to nothing. And that's why I'm saying, much as the exhibition is on dilapidated health structures, perhaps you also exhibit the in charges of this. Because as an in charge, don't give me that position at the government. It starts with you, the governed. It starts with you, the governed. Ugandans, to correct Uganda, it's going to take us Ugandans that we know the standards, we know what is correct, and we press for it. Government is taking us for granted simply because the led are docile. So Robert Kabushenga, next space, I think, let's invite as many, I don't know, maybe publicize so that as many people, as many health workers, the health workers you are missing in this. The exhibition is about the poor structures, the poor health service. They are even accusing us for stealing drugs. For me, I have never failed to defend people who steal drugs because I know why they steal drugs. I have supervised people who are stealing drugs. I one time made even a comment that for me, I remember drugs from Lago would end up in Kiseka Foundation. And the Kiseka Foundation was a hospital by the vice president of Uganda. And then in that hospital down there were UPDF. Drugs stolen from Lago Hospital. You would just pick drugs and walk down Kiseka Foundation and get a market in that hospital. And the UPDF. So these are things some of us have seen and know. But my colleagues in uniform stand to be counted. We are missing in action. Thank you for listening. James William Mugen.